It's just...
You guys can do it. I'm staying away from that wretched thing.
Yeah. Actually, it'd be better if we would just watch book 1 all over again, because that movie was just literally based off of, quote-unquote, based off of book 1.
Oh, Avenue. I think we were gonna tell about this, but I think Poppy wants to save his heart. Remember though about that fire thing during the escape thing in the boat?
Oh yeah, they changed fire bending in that movie.
Remember how we bragged about? Okay,
Okay, go ahead, Richard.
So we were gonna tell you this, Poppy, but since you quickly don't want to hear it, but I am so sorry for telling you this. Please forgive me. Avenue, I think you'll know where I'm going with this.
Yes, I know, but first, let's just mention this. The way they fire bend is that they need to be near fire. They can't bend their own chi. They literally can't fire bend their own
They have
breath.
to be close to fire. And if instead of them having the ability to use fire without being near fire, they have to be close to a fire in order to use their fire power. That's it. And Poppy, listen, Poppy, listen. I'm sorry for what I'm about to say, but in one part of the scene, remember that one scene, Poppy, where Aang was escaping the boat from prison?
Yeah, like like when Aang was getting away from Zuko the first time. Yeah.
Yeah, and get this, in the cartoon, I forgot how it goes, but in the cartoon, he uses fire to stop Aang, and he managed to do it. But in the movie, Zuko just stares at Aang escaping, not knowing that there's fire right next to him, and he just stares at Aang like, oh, look at him go. Instead of not doing anything, he just lets him go. He doesn't attack. He just stares at Aang, escaping. That's it. He just does nothing.
He literally...
He just lets him go. That's it. He just lets him go. That's it. And there's fire. There's fire.
I remember exactly how it happened. Aang opens his glider near the fire. Zuko yells, "Don't move! You have nowhere to run!" Aang runs away. Zuko and the firebenders run after him, and they don't even shoot the fire at him. And then he flies away on Appa. No
They just
awesome
let him
action
go.
sequence of the Avatar stage. No moment of just the fear of Aang possibly getting killed in the second episode, like where Zuko just shoots him and he drowns. Nothing like that. He just flies
They just let him
away.
go. Yeah, they just let him go. They don't do nothing. They don't shoot at him. They just let him go. They're just like, he escaped. He's too far away. Let's just let him go.
I'm willing to believe that Tony's mouth is just wide open and his eyes are just wide open in pure shock and disgust.
Oh. Avenue, remember we said that none of the actors don't really care about the movie? Remember that one scene, Avenue, where, I forgot his name. Remember the first scene where they find the iceberg where Aang is in?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, in the cartoon they actually sound pretty surprised and in shock, but in the movie they just sound bored. They just sound bored.
Yeah, like literally.
They don't have.
Sokka
they
was like,
sound bored.
"Don't go near it. It's a Fire Nation trap. Let's just walk away." Literally.
Yeah,
and then
he just sounds dead.
high.
What?
He just sounds dead inside.
He did. And they ruined Sokka in that movie. You will absolutely, we all love Sokka. But I hate this version of him so much. They fucking butchered everything we loved about him.
They made him terrible in the movie.
They took away his sense of humor, they took away his development, and made him this moody, whiny, I don't know if I'd say what. He made him this moody, angsty jerk who's just like, "Oh my god, I'm so angry at the Fire Nation. I'm gonna kill them all if they take away the town." I'm not shitting.
Poppy, Oh my god.
And his relationship with Yue was literally like, okay, I'm not even joking. Katara narrates the whole movie, and she literally says this as they arrive to the Northern Water Tribe. My brother and the princess became friends right away. I'm not shitting you. That is exactly what happened. I'm not on crack. Katara literally says they became friends right away. I know, right? I'm not.
I'm surprised. She just says it right away.
They just look at it
because apparently he can't keep it in his pants. Well, I'm getting
I know.
manhandled.
At least Sokka is likable. Not this weird pseudo version of him. It's just like a complete insult to his actual character. Thank God it's just an adaptation and not really like... I get... You know what? This is on... I'm willing to bet that it's literally based off of the play that the gang saw. Like, a lot of people are like, it's literally based off of that play. Like, where they just felt so humiliated and they felt like they were just so out of character. Honestly, this is our version of it. I'm not even joking. Like, this is the real life equivalent to it. And it's not even funny.
It's just sad.
Oh, the earthbending scene.
horrible.
The earthbending scene. Okay, so here's
No,
the
no,
imprisonment.
Avenue, no, Avenue, no,
No, I have to tell him.
no.
Like, I remember when he first saw that episode, it was his favorite. Like, at the time. Like, when we
You're
watched
gonna
the first
ruin
6
it,
episodes,
Avenue.
it was his favorite.
You know, go ahead, Avenue. YOLO.
Do you want to know
Do it.
what they did?
Do it. Go ahead, tell them. Tell them.
Wait, what'd they do?
What they did with
Listen,
the imprisoned episode when they tried to trim it down into a couple of minutes.
Oh
Okay, so Aang, Katara, and Sokka, or Katira. I'm gonna call her Katira because that is not Katara. I don't know who the fuck that is, but that is not Katara. I'm naming her Katira. And Sokka just wander around, expositing some boring dialogue about how, you know, the Fire Nation, you know, hasn't been able to conquer cities like Ba Sing Se, they're trying and blah. And Sokka's like, are you the Avatar Aang? And then this little boy just runs up to them, and then Fire Nation soldiers just come out of nowhere, and he's like, that child's being arrested. He threw a tiny stone at us from behind a tree. It really hurt. And then they tried defending him. Sokka's just angsty, like, oh, no one's taking anyone away. And then Katara just, in an attempt to copy the show, like, what they did, like, what Katara did, Katira, excuse me, Katira tried to waterbend at the firebenders, but she ends up freezing Sokka, like in the show. And Sokka, in an annoyed voice, he's like, Katara! Like, just not like, Katara! He's like, Katara!
Yes. He doesn't even care.
Fucking monotone and bored. But that's not the worst part of it. The worst part is, okay, so you know how the earthbenders in the show were imprisoned on a metal ship because metal bending wasn't a thing, and they basically were rendered spiritually weak and all that? You remember that?
Yeah.
Guess when they put them in the movie? You're not gonna believe this.
Oh, you're going there.
Take a guess. Let Tony guess. Guess where they put them. Guess what the Fire
Dirt.
Nation... What?
On dirt. Like
Yes! Yes! They literally put them on Earth!
Wait.
They'll think twice next time.
They literally put them on Earth. They literally put them on dirt. It's not just dirt. The entire ground is covered with dirt and earth and rock. And even points this out. He's like, oh my god, there's earth right beneath your feet. He literally calls out their stupidity.
He's just like, oh my god, there's earth underneath your feet. Whoa.
And everyone's just gawking, standing there gawking like idiots, and the Fire Nation's just like, oh my god, we're so powerful. And then Katira just comes up and just pushes Fire Soldier, whatever. She literally goes up to him and just pushes him, literally pushes him with her. Go to sleep, go to sleep, go to sleep. I got you, Richard. She literally pushes him and goes, leave him alone! And then Ong airbends. They get cornered. A tiny pebble gets thrown at a firebender's head in the back. And then they just start fighting, and oh my god. Oh my god.
Oh my, Avenue, no, don't go there. I don't want to remember how the fight went. Oh, good god.
Okay.
Oh, you know what? Do it, Avenue, tell him.
Okay,
Tell him, Avenue.
Tony, do you want to know what the fight was like?
Just remember. Just thinking about it,
Okay.
it
so
breaks all my brain cells.
Okay, so we've seen how awesome Earthbenders are. We've seen how crazy powerful they are. Toph alone is evidence that Earthbenders are fucking awesome. But in the movie, guess what happens?
The enemies have been defeated.
Oh,
They're complete losers.
Papi,
Yes.
listen up. Listen. Tell him, Avenue.
okay, Richard, do you want to describe it? Because I don't have the guts to tell him. It would be too painful. Like, I watched the entire show with him, and we've seen Toph, we've seen Haru, we've seen Haru's dad, we've seen all these awesome Earthbenders together. And I don't have the hearts to tell him what happened.
Fine, I'll tell him. So, Papi, you know how little kids go outside, play with their toy lightsabers? They just swinging around?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like that. They just swing. That's it.
Okay, here's how it goes. Okay, fine, here's how it goes.
No, actually, do you want to send them the scene?
No, it's too painful to watch. It's too painful to watch.
My brain cells would get destroyed.
Okay, fine. I'll tell him, but it's gonna hurt.
Tell him. Go ahead. It's gonna hurt me, but go ahead and tell him.
Okay, so 6 Earthbenders stomp into the middle of the scene, do this synchronized dance. A rock flies across the screen. This one Earthbender starts bending the rock and pushing it into a fire. It takes 6 Earthbenders to do the synchronized dance. For the rock to move, and this guy pushes it. This guy pushes this one simple rock. It's not a boulder. It's not a fucking avalanche. It's just a simple rock. And it takes 6 guys to bend to do the stupid dance. And this guy just pushes this other guy just on the side. He just bends. He just moves his arms and then pushes it. He pushes it.
It hurts. It hurts. It hurts. It hurts. It hurts. My heart is gonna explode.
Oh my god. This is gonna take a while to get out of our heads, but you know what?
They
They didn't care.
They just dance. They just dance. They do that dumb little dance.
You know what? This is so glorious. My description of what happened is so glorious. I kind of want to save it, but at the same time, you know what? Is
Oh,
it okay
I
if we
totally
save it?
saved it.
Oh, awesome, awesome. I'll save it too.